All right, I'm 365 days of horsemanship. I'm going to do 2 days in one because I started such a good video yesterday and I ran out of storage on my phone, so it wouldn't save. So we're going to go back and do both. Yesterday was a good day. I had a nice little ride on Mia in Freedom. I'd got some toys out in the arena just to play with the idea that I would just hang out on the ground, and she went straight to sleep over by the fence. So I just went and hopped on. There was like a little bit of but I think we're at a point now where she knows that she could up the ante at any point to make a no more clear, and she knows that I would accept that. So I think that I'm sort of willing to work with it. I definitely don't think it's what Elsa would recommend. I definitely did not go through the prerequisites that Elsa would talk about, and it was definitely more of a, it's not quite perfect, but it'll do. And so I think I'm just kind of in a place where I'm trying to find my own energy. I think particularly with Mia, I think with a different horse, with a young horse, with my own horse, it might be a different thing. But with Mia, I think dominant training is always going to be a part of our life together. And so I'm willing to accept a little bit more pressure on her if I feel like I'm okay with the irritation. If I feel like that it's going to get better, I'm okay with it. And I'm going to move through it to get on, rather than hopping back off again, being really respectful of the boundary, playing approach and retreat, which I think would be a much more freedom-based perspective. But we had a nice little ride, and I definitely think both, because I rode again today, but I rode both with the halter on and then a little bit with no tack. And I think both days we're definitely now, starting to sometimes have aids that actually work. So that's nice. Now I can put pressure on from the right hand side and she'll move to the right, or pressure on from the left hand side and she'll move to the left. Just the little things, rather than just putting pressure on and they're just being this forwards, which is really nice. Yesterday it was really like a passenger ride. Today I also worked first of all on the sideways transitions on the ground, which are coming really nicely, almost too nicely. She's super light on the like coming up into a trot or coming up into a walk now, and even coming back down to a halt's really light. But I think what's missing is the real connection in the sideways. So I think I need to start adding in some sideways with maintained gait. So sometimes I'm asking for sideways into a transition, and sometimes I'm asking for sideways until we feel good about the sideways. Because I definitely think that she is getting better now at the transitions, which is great. You know, the whole point of the exercise from my perspective is that she either gets better at the sideways or she gets better at the transitions. She's getting really good at the transitions now. She's like, oh yeah, no, I'd much rather do a lovely transition than have to sideways for ages. But now I think it's like, now I need to add more. Now the transition are getting really good. I think I need to come back and add more of the sideways. I don't know, maybe if Elsa would say the opposite. I'm sort of thinking about it as I'm saying it, that maybe I need to make the transitions harder so that she wants to do the sideways more. But I think that it maybe amounts to the same thing in terms of asking for the sideways into the connection, because then I think that's going to become easier, because there is still some stress in the transitions. They're really light, but she's not happy about it. She's soft sometimes, but she's obedient rather than joyful. And I think, yeah, adding this extra layer adding this extra layer of more sideways, I think is going to be good. So that's really good. And then I had a nice ride on board. Again, practicing the same kind of stuff. Had a couple of nice trot transitions, which was really nice. Took the whole tour off. She had a little moment of like kind of trotted off without me, which was a little bit, but she came back down from it, which was nice. And I managed to keep my cool enough to try to relax back into the aids that I wanted to use to ask for a walk and a halt. So it was good all in. And I definitely think there's progress being made. I think it's just about putting the hours in, the consistency. So that was really nice. Yeah, yesterday I had a nice session with Lawrence. Little bit of work around touching distance, looking for little eye flicks towards me, or like a full category change. So tired now, suddenly started doing this video. I think it's also like the emotional release, like I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, like horses lick and chew and yawn. I feel like I do the same thing. Yeah, with Lawrence, there's still this difficulty around the scratches, in that he still asks for them, and once he's asked it's too late, and maybe I need to just offer them more, remember when he's not thinking about them to offer them. But yeah, that is hard for me because obviously I want to do them less, and so I'm really happy when we're not doing them, and I think it's just like hacking my brain to get back into to offer more of something that I don't want him to want, rather than less, is just, yeah, like a bit of a mind-blowing concept for me. But it's been good. I definitely think these last couple of days I've felt a little bit more, finally, like I'm settling back into some sort of motivation, some more reliable motivation, so we say. I'm really looking forward to Elsa in the New Forest next month. I think that's like less than a month away now. So I think that's also a bit motivating for me, like wanting to definitely get back out, get back into a rhythm so that I can really take the best and the most out of that clinic. So yeah, so it's coming along. It's definitely coming along. As ever, I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, but it is coming. And yeah, it was a good day, good couple of days.